episode begin. And as it begins every episode, I have to link people that I'm doing the episode. So give me a sec as I get this link and share it with people. Ba-dang. Ba-dang-a-dang. Alright, so link sent out successfully. Okay. Welcome to Duder's in control. I forgot I had rebranding. Duder. What was I gonna do? What was on the menu for today? Let's try to find my brother. Find Dylan in the Panopticon. Right, I opened up the gates so I can get to the Panopticon faster. That's where I was. Okay. Prance, prance, prance. And it looks like I need to go through here to get to the Panopticon. Oh, I got a message. Well, that's neat. And someone's here. Hey, there you go. I just sent him the message that my YouTube chat works, but the way he sent it, you probably figured that out first. I was gonna mix myself an alcoholic drink, but I was eating espresso powder earlier, so I mean, really thinking about it, I don't know how those two things mix. So, ooh, yeah. Oh, I figured that picture was Suramar. For anyone who plays World of Warcraft, right now Darkmoon Fair, be sure you look up Inky Black Potion and you buy it. Oh, that was creepy. That was creepy. No, I'm sure everything's fine. Let's try this again. Oh, no problem so far. That face didn't pop back. Oh, nope, that face popped back for sure. Alright, well, I'm back in the hotel. Someone sounds like they're getting killed. Oh, they're getting killed in this room, totally. Hello? Housekeeping? So you can get killed in the hotel. Good to know. Or you can be killed in an alternate dimension that connects to the hotel. This room is upside down. His juice is coming out. I don't know how fine he'll be. Alright, this room, right side up. So is this room going to be just right? Let's find out. That was number 3, by the way. That is the ritual of 3, so... Turn the painting upside down, make it match the other room. Anything else? No, I can only interact with the painting. Alright, room 1 open again. And hey, this room's fixed. Alright, I solved it, I guess. Better get back to the Panopticon. Oh, I like that painting of me, looking at the painting of me. Okay.
It's been a long time since Dylan and I knew each other. I've wondered about him. What kind of man he'd grow up to be. Things as hard for him as They were for me. Maybe in here, they were even harder.
Yeah, I heard banging of stone moving, which means other parts of the panopticon are opening and closing. Or I mean, not of the panopticon, but of the firebreak. Also, that room there, overlooking the firebreak. I'll have to figure out how to get to there at some point. Alright. Well, now we're in the most secure part of the building. The panopticon. Which is also the least secure part in the building, because it's the panopticon. And we get to meet my favorite character, Langston.
Oh, hello. Is there something I can help you with?
I'm Jessie, the new director. I need to get inside.
New director? Right, well, okay. Hello, I'm Frederick Langston, the Panopticon supervisor. It's not the best time for a tour. We have hiss everywhere, numerous cell breaches, and system failures across the board, but you're the director, so here we go. Founded by Zachariah Trench, the Panopticon is our state-of-the-art repository for all altered items.
I don't have time for this.
Power and...
I was told Dylan Faden was kept here. Can you help me find him?
Faden? Sure. Darling wanted him somewhere secure and isolated away from people. He's in the maximum security cells, upper level. But there's currently a pressing matter, ma'am. We've got an object of power loose in there. It's wrecking the place. The Benikoff TV, it's a real doozy. Salvador took a team in to handle it, but no one's heard from them for hours. This is a Category 5 OOP we're talking about, and if we don't contain it soon, it will tear the Panopticon apart. And we don't want all those altered items getting loose, ma'am. No, trust me.
Dylan's in there.
Open the door, Langston. I'll handle it.
If you say so. I usually tell first-timers not to touch anything, so, just do that. Here, I'll get the door for you.
So,
And please, ma'am, call me Fred.
Thanks, Langston.
she's just as much of a bitch as,
The sudden stop hits theaters tonight. Can't believe I'm missing an Alex Casey movie for this.
she's just a bitch as, whatever the other woman is that won't do anything but use last names. I got this power suit by, there's a luck lab, and by following all the instructions and making every item lucky in there, and then rolling on a roulette table, I got 7, which got me the lucky suit. It's Cthulhu hates it. Cthulhu really hates it, but I like it better than default. I'm gonna change out when I can get to when I can get the is it the mirror suit, the Delta suit, synchronicity suit. That's it. I thought you hated it, man. Oh, you love how bad it is. Of course you do.
Cell breaches.
So, Fred Langston, favorite character Cthulhu?
No rush or anything, it's just, you know, an ongoing concern.
He's my favorite. What about you? Alright, working at the Bureau.
Do you like working at the FBC?
Sure. I mean, yeah, the drama's a bit much, but I get better benefits here than I would over at the Postal Service. I checked. Better healthcare. That's not to say I don't like my job, man. Been here over 15 years. No one knows the Panopticon collection better than me. I'm, close to them, in a way.
I can't tell if that's creepy or normal here.
Marshall, thank you for pointing out the woman's name.
How do you keep the altered items under control?
It depends on the item. Each one has different needs. Ritualistic touches go a long way. Singing to them,
Did he say
flipping the
singing?
lights 3 times, that sort of thing. It's not superstition if it works.
What's the difference between objects of power and altered items?
Think of them like storms. Objects of power are like tropical cyclones or hurricanes for the uneducated. They're big, rare, and scary. Of course, directors can just bind the OP and become the eye of the storm. Altered items are more like weird thunderstorms. Some may rain frogs, some may rain corn, but they all rain something.
And how does the hiss factor into all that?
It's changing them, making them aggressive. Now they're all raining, I don't know, knives. Knife rain.
Nice metaphor.
It's knife rain. We gotta stop this knife rain.
Did you work closely with Trench?
He spent most of his time with Darling and all them. The inner circle. Not that I care.
Trench certainly had his favorites.
He did stop in occasionally to scowl and smoke. Did you know the Bureau has a no-smoking policy? It does. Just not for Trench. Still, he is the one who put aside funding for the Panopticon. The man did have vision.
How did you get this job?
Started as a junior agent because my uncle knew a guy. From there I got put on a desk until an accident left the containment sector severely understaffed. At which point I got bumped up to management. Put in a steady 8 hours a day for another 10 years and voila, supervisor.
I just picked up a gun. Or a gun picked me.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Langston's so cool.
The Panopticon. Dylan's close.
I don't care what's going on in other parts of the building.
This place before I find him.
I'm gonna deal with my items. Alright. I'm gonna go under the bridge. This reminds me of a level in Halo. The gun is good. The penis is evil. This really reminds me of a level near the end of the first Halo game. The way there's the top of the bridge and the bottom of the bridge. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Solving the problems with gravity guns. Get up a rock and smash your face. Fortified units? No. Ah, the post office box. My old friend, we meet again. Easter basket. Fan. Oh, yeah, we heard about that fan. That's a noise. Croquet mallet? Hobby horse? Can't quite tell. And then upper levels. No, I'm gonna check the other side first. Boop-a-doop-a-doo-doop-a-doop-a-doo. There was an upgrade box. I forgot. I have better magic now, or psychic, whatever, mojo. So I can.
Something went wrong with the Bureau's plan to make Dylan the next director. Marshall made it sound like it was all Dylan's fault, but how much of it was what the Bureau did to him? I don't think she's telling me everything.
Half of one, 50% of another. Dylan's just a bad egg. Better than a whole nest of bad eggs. Oh, hey, guy! I saw you. Alright, what's here? Empty. Some of these cells should be empty because stuff has escaped.
Is anyone there?
Oh, hey, buddy, what's up?
What are you doing in there?
Oh, thank God.
Look, someone has to watch this object at all times, or it deviates. My shifter blades have never showed up. Can you help me?
Damn. I can't, I'm sorry. There's an emergency. I'll come back, I promise.
Okay, just don't forget. I can't stare at this thing much longer.
Oh heavens to Murgatroyd! Fridge duty. Can I help him now? Or do I have to get to Dylan first? Well, that did nothing. What did the mission say? Fridge duty. After Dylan has been found. Wah wah. Okay, so I gotta find Dylan. Also empty. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, there's lots of shooting. Oh, did I solve all the problems immediately? Yeah, that's right. Eat forklifts! I think that's the first time I've had a successful forklift attack. Anything down here? No. Nothing down here. Okay. Looks like Dylan's a real cool guy. Real cool guy who leaves behind a lot of hiss.
That's the object of power. I need to cleanse it.
Oh, never mind. This is the oop. No, Dylan was up here. Alright, finally I've been waiting for the TV. The TV! The TV! Alright, well, let's get that bugger. Cleanse the Benefcoff TV. It's not letting me get pop shots on these guys until I enter the room, huh? Because he's a boss, that's why. Eat light fixtures! Oh, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Suck, couch! my face. But I don't know if that's gonna get me killed. That guy I was fighting seems to be gone. Is that everybody? That appears to be everybody. Oh.
That thing was Salvador, the head of security. His team didn't stand a chance against the Hiss. No one here does.
I collected his ID card. His trooper warped impressions. Reports. Salvador's ID card. It should have never been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. I wonder if that gives me... a boost.
Okay. The TV. Another object of power gone nuts.
Anchor supplement. Ocelot's anchor, altered item 11 UE. The crew of the White Ocelot first encountered a strange spherical phenomenon while fishing in the Redacted. Witnesses describe it as a black sphere with faint light behind it. It hovered just off the bow of the ship. The crew redacted by throwing a tin bucket, which disappeared into the sphere. Soon after, the vessel lost structural integrity. The ship's metal rusted and fell apart within minutes. As the ship sank, the sphere lowered into the water. Passing fishing vessel called the Redacted, rescuing the 4 surviving crew. Agents were dispatched to the White Ocelot's last known coordinates, Redacted, and began diving operations. On the ocean floor, the agents found the sphere. The ship was entirely destroyed except for its anchor. As the agents lifted the anchor off the ocean floor, they noticed the sphere behaved in conjunction with the anchor, moving and stopping as one. Contact with the sphere was avoided, but handling the anchor proved harmless. The item was transported by the Redacted to the U.S. port of Redacted. Upon arriving in New York, it was brought into the Bureau via the Redacted.
Go again.
Alright. And there was another thing over here. Wow, that's crazy. Well, let's get this TV. Use the TV/babysitter. Levitate, superhero, over the obstacles. Alright, so now I've got my full kit of powers. I can now levitate/superhero. Hey, Astral Spike, suck rocks. Nyah. I don't even know why they put enemies there. I was just gonna kill them with rocks. Newsflash, APB. The Hiss static attempts to hijack our broadcast.
Okay, dealt with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
Alright. I also like how this part of the building just be like this now. Like, the TV just made this area like it. Whoop. We got people in here somewhere. Oh, screamers. Did I get them all? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I think I did. Like, inside this containment cell is just that crazy mess now. It's the swan boat. Don't trust that swan boat. We gotta find Dylan. So I can save the person. Alright, there's Dylan's cell. Okay, so the other people were killed by the TV. This is Dylan's fault. Alright. Open it up. I'm the director. Did I even get an item out of that?
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Jesse.
I need level 6 to get in that.
Are you there, Jesse?
Oh, it's
Emily?
Pope.
He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jesse, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way. We need to get back. I have to see my brother.
Dylan Feeden, observation. A Federal Bureau of Control, confidential. Breakfast is brought. Gets out of bed, uses toilet, returns to bed. Asks for television to be turned off, staff do so. Lunch is brought, breakfast is removed. Eats lunch, uses toilet, begins talking to self. Recording speech is not possible due to noise from television. Becomes upset, throws lunch tray glass. Sedated. Crew clean the cell, television is turned off. Comes to, asks for television to be turned on, staff refuse. Sleeps, question mark. Television privileges were refused due to hostile behavior. Yeah, but Dylan is just like... I think it goes beyond plain. I think it goes to cliche. I should have a supplement on the TV. No? Oh, because it's an object of power. Altered object of power. Benikoff TV. No unique containment procedures required when bound. Description of para-utility. A CRT television built by Benikoff and Sons Electronics. The screen is still functional. The object can levitate itself off the ground to a maximum observed altitude of redacted. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to harness the effect for their own use. See report redacted. For the results tested with prime candidate redacted. The object is currently bound by redacted. The object was first discovered in a local news story from redacted Kansas. A figure had been seen redacted over the buildings. The Bureau dispatched agents to the town who discovered a man named Redacted had bound himself to the object. Mr. Redacted was detained. See case study 32 HQ 656. And the object was brought to the Bureau for study. Ooh, I also got a hotline call. Is it from my brother? Ashtray. Okay. It is from the board. Control points. We reach tether through control points into the Bureau house. Nexus threshold area codes allow for access. You can translocate fast travel construct through the control points. Bit weird to get that message now, but okay. Alright, so this is clearly an evil room where they kept him. They kept him in this very, very evil room. And it's full of hiss corruption. So I don't think my brother is cool right now. I think he's very uncool. Well... thought there would be a cool fight in here, but I guess not. Is there anything in here that I can collect? Okay, he carved my name into the glass. That's cool. So he knows I'm here. That's good. It's good he did that. No more case files in this room? This whole big room just for this empty box. Just to show us how evil he is. That he magnetoed his way out of that somehow. Well, if he was a director candidate, he can assumably do the same things I can. Maybe better, because I don't think I can magneto out of boxes. Alright, here's the thing.
Alright, I won't take up too much of your time today. Dylan. Like I said, I want to talk about Jessie, your sister.
What about her?
I just want to get your perspective. What do you think of her? What kind of person is she? That sort of thing.
I adored my sister. When I was little, I mean, back in Ordinary.
And you don't anymore?
When I first got here, sure. I'd always hoped she'd come too. Find me, to take me home. We went everywhere together. Why should this be any different? Casper said she could come too, to the Bureau. If she wanted to. But she never did.
Why do you think that is?
Because she didn't care about me. She always wanted to be out on her own, seeing the world. She always said so. I guess she got what she wanted.
Great. So, she wanted to see the world. Did she ever mention any place in particular?
Why?
We like to ask questions around here, you know that. Any particular cities, towns, landmarks, anything like that?
I don't remember.
What about family friends? Were you close with anyone living outside of Ordinary?
I'm done with this. Tell Casper I want pizza for lunch today.
Dylan, wait. We're not... End of session.
I want pizza.
Like I said...
So a lot of his stuff with his design and how he acts, he's supposed to kind of be like a mental patient. Like, he doesn't come across as very smart. He comes across as a little special needs. I think I probably found everything from in here. Do I have access level 6? I do not. Dang. Alright, well. Guess I'll have to come back here. At least they decorpse the hallway, you know? Yuck, 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 yuck. Well, this is ghoulish. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this to my employees. Using them like projectiles and whatnot. That swan. I'll get you, swan. Oops, I didn't mean to throw your corpse at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Sorry, buddy. Orb. It's a balloon. I didn't see the baby carriage that emits the horrible smoke. Or emits the horrible... But I didn't go to every floor now, did I? I'll have to do that later. Because right now I need to stop Dylan. But first, let me purchase some ability points. Oh, I can construct things too. Upgrade shatter, upgrade charge, upgrade spin. Cool. Alright. And I can upgrade my mods. I should do that first. I cannot. Okay. Cool. Cool. Abilities. So, I'm going to put points into a levitation tree. Yes. Levitate duration up. Yes. Yes, definitely. Let's increase levitate duration. I am going to max that out, because that is my superhero. Yes. And I completed a job for the board. What else? Research mold incursion. Kill people with the charge and executive. I don't want that. Alright. So, let's hope Dylan hasn't killed everybody after I lollygagged. We'll find out. Did you want Dylan to have red hair because Jesse does? It's also interesting that the Bureau only gave him sweatpants. It is a nice sweater he has, though. Yeah, he is bald, white, evil guy. What, did you want him to have wicked scars? Alright.
Oh, God, did she have to write everything in a made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall with her CIA.
Put a record on. Oh, I don't need to do that mission right now. Hey, Erish.
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
Ah, that is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places. Like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the formation.
The formation? That sounds ominous.
Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. Well, no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the formation for maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know what.
I know it's DLC.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have gone back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that. The jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
Alright, tell me about BlackRock.
BlackRock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Love making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still, at least the quarry's got a good view of the night sky. You know, me and Salvador used to have after-work beers down there.
What do you know about Dr. Darling?
About as much as anybody, I guess. Head of research, loves to hear himself talk. All of those science types absolutely do. He's been acting a little bit psycho recently. Although HR told me not to use that word, so...
Everyone thinks finding Darling will lead us to the answers. But if he's completely lost it, then what help could he be?
You're security, right? Do you work with Rangers?
Not often. Rangers are specially trained in threshold reconnaissance and ground zero AWE response. Security is more interested in the dangers inside the Bureau.
They must see some weird stuff out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, every week they are tackling things that were previously unknown to the human experience. Most Rangers, they retire due to cognitive collapse. I looked up the medical definition. Not fun.
How does the Bureau handle thresholds?
Handle might be a bit of an optimistic way to put it. Marshall sends her Rangers in to map them, check growth rates, locate epicenters, take samples, measure stuff, basically.
Sounds like he's done his homework.
Now, down in maintenance, thresholds are used just like any other tool. Lab coats mine black rock from one, maintenance siphons water from another. We use it for pretty much everything, except drinking.
Why don't you drink it?
Do I even want to know?
Yeah, a lot of time we find these little chunks in it. It's pretty gross.
I didn't want to know.
But not bad for coolant.
What do you think of Marshall?
Marshall? Marshall's a fucking badass. Rangers could not ask for a better leader. She's a little, you know, intense, but given the stuff she's seen, I'm not surprised. She does have a bad habit of disappearing, though.
Where does she go?
Last time she vanished, I did some digging into the security logs. I found camera footage of her entering the quarry. She was down there alone for days. Now, typically that's not allowed, but Marshall is kind of above the rules.
I wonder what she finds so interesting in the quarry.
Second DLC hint. Alright. You were supposed to give me a different mission.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
I like Arish too. Arish is pretty cool. Man.
I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once.
Oh, here we go.
Did the
This
whole
is the
boot camp
quest.
thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My own ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Hepton, Stoll, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think they were already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want guys to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish.
And I won't let them stay hiss.
His buddies became bosses, and now I gotta go track him down and murder him.
You're not the only one who's busy, you know. Stay sharp, Phil.
There's something over here. Hey, what's that thing? Wonder what that is. Wonder if we'll find out. Television proposal. Based on the success of America Overnight, we would like to propose the creation of a television series that presents superstition and skeptical thought as entertainment, in order to popularize these concepts among civilian population and create less resistance to redirecting information regarding public paranormal events. We could use a solid media outlet to test paranormal concepts on civilian audiences, seeing as how they'll react to certain facts presented as fiction, in the event the Bureau ever decides to make certain realities known to the public. There are various show licenses that we could purchase and reboot rather than starting one from scratch. One particular property seems promising, especially considering its content and tone are precisely what we're looking for. It's called Night Springs and has been off the air for a few years now. That is a tie to Alan Wake, I believe.
Marshall didn't give me any orders before she left. Guess I'll just keep
Okay, this room is unlocked now. House memory. Oh, I think I needed that to make a new weapon. Is this the jukebox? This is the jukebox. Not gonna do that right now. I will probably try that once off on stream and then never do it again. But not this episode.
could learn so much from its physiology.
He's a valuable resource alive, and Pope forbade any physical harm. Of course, if you disagree, you could always go tell her.
No, that's fine.
Hey, what you guys talking about?
We can find a more constructive use of our time.
You okay, lady? You look like you're having some of that cognitive collapse stuff. Boardroom. Not just yet. I forgot. I now have clearance. I can open the post-it note room. Not this one, obviously, because this is guarded heavily. Oh, there's something over here. It's a radio. Where's the post-it notes? There we go.
What do you know about this Arish guy?
I heard some rangers saying he saved them in maintenance. They were attacked by a new kind of hiss, and Arish got them out.
All right, but still, a security guard leading rangers? I don't know if I like taking orders from a mall cop.
Hey, Arish is cool. You listen to him. Alright, so, if you guys are watching, this room is a problem. Something went on in here. Alright. Sticky note complaint. To whom it may concern, in case you're not aware, something caused the sticky note in my office to duplicate. My office is unusable now. I'll be working from home until this is resolved. You can reach me by my cell phone or home phone. Sincerely, Jay Bozer, Vice Chief of Staff. One of these sticky notes is cloning. I believe there are more notes you can find out about it.
Did you see that
But
they marched through here?
it's already
Why
escaped.
the fuck didn't we put a bullet in that thing's head?
I heard it's the director's brother. Would you shoot your brother?
That's no one's brother anymore. He's the enemy, plain and simple.
Yeah, what you guys gossiping about? A hiss thing marched through here? Tell me more.
The resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the hiss signal I can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know. He's clearly been affected by the hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him. My brother. Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
Look, I know I said I need to go, but also I'm going to talk to you about a lot of other stuff.
Jesse, when you were down in research, did you run into a Dr. Rhea Underhill?
I didn't. Who is she?
She is a colleague of mine. A researcher studying a kind of extra-dimensional mold growing below research.
Well, I don't like the sound of that.
No one does. Look, I haven't heard from Rhea since the hiss arrived. Would you mind having a look around for her next time you're in research?
Of course.
Thanks, Jesse.
You missed you missed the room full of post-it notes.
I visited the quarry. What's the plan for all that Blackrock?
The Bureau has used Blackrock almost exclusively for containment purposes. See, I say, branch out. Instead of boxes, helmets. Instead of blast shields, knives.
Knives?
Yes, knives! So many combat applications. Slicing, stabbing, gouging. Sorry. I've been trying to get Darling to explore combat applications for years. I've got a little excited.
Wow. I did not expect that from her.
Blackrock knives!
This place is looking good. Arish is making real progress around here.
right? This place is a fortress. With him taking care of operations here, I can spend more time analyzing the hiss. I've been attempting to isolate and neutralize the hiss resonance in blood samples, but no luck so far.
So you can't reverse it?
Not yet, but perhaps reversing it is too simple. See, if hiss resonance can rewrite human genetics, then perhaps it's a question of rewriting the hiss resonance. In theory, that could pave the way for custom human genetic alteration.
I wonder how often the phrase mad scientist is used around here.
All right, what about HRAs?
How's HRA production coming along? Better than expected. We've already made enough to get people out of a couple safe rooms. They're here, alive, thanks to you. And we never would have lasted this long if you hadn't walked in those doors.
You deserve thanks too, of course.
We got this place up and running together, Emily. I should be going. Enjoy your data.
Oh, I will.
You prepared some files for me, so I'm going to read them. Speech analysis. Analysis of Hiss Threat Part 3. If we understand the hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, perhaps their incantation, which is the agreed upon term for their vocalations, is an effort to express the resonance using human vocal cords and speech. What would there be differences if the incantation were recited in a different language? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word want is attributed to a you. You want to listen, you want it to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. Are we the you the hiss refers to? Does the hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-hiss life, wants to join it? To be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used words are through and time. It is possible that the hiss is stating how they arrived here, or an indication of its age. There is a clear intention in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommend, is beyond idiotic. Refer to file redacted for report. Black Rock Foundry. Yes, a sort of Black Rock Foundry where you could turn the weapons into, Black Rock shoulders or Black Rock helmets. Linguistic ability. Analysis of the hiss threat, Part 2. Researchers were sent to transcribe the recursive chant repeated by the hiss entities. It is in the interest of safety that this was done with the non-aggressive floating hiss entities. However, no distinction between the repeated phrase and the one repeated by the more violent hiss entities has been observed. What is the purpose of repeating the string of words? Is this how the hiss corrupts individuals? Does the chant produce a physical effect? Is it a message or an incantation? We are able to record a first-hand recitation of the chanting. See corresponding audio file referred to redacted for support. All right, well. Oh, another file. Timeline of events. Analysis of Hiss Threat Part 4. To examine the invasion timeline of events for possible patterns of hiss behavior. Establishing a timeline is difficult because at present, because of the lack of reliable communications between Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate ground zero for the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview the surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer. How did the hiss get past the internal lockdown? How does the hiss resonance advance through space, deliberately or uniformly? What is the ultimate goal? The outside world, a cross-dimensional destination? Refer to file redacted for report. Yes. Only dwarves work in the Black Rock Foundry. Anything else in here? Nope, let's go check up on my brother, and we're probably going to end it today with talking with my brother, and then start the next episode by you know what? I'm going to do the fridge, and then the mold, probably tomorrow. Hey, brother, how you doing?
You are a worm through time. The thunderous home distorts you.
right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the way. You've always been in your huge box of control. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's key distorts.
You okay, brother? You okay in there?
You are a war through time.
Shit.
The thunder's key distorts you.
That's Dylan.
White pearls
Can
that
you hear me?
red in the eye.
Oh, come on, Dylan. I'm here. I found you.
Into the way. You've always been in your huge box of control.
Do you know who I am? You know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to be
stop
true.
that? Please. Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only truth. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small. In Ordinary. In the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The air cracks and the truth will march out of you. You are home. The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
And your worm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby.
Yeah.
Just plastic.
So safe and nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet. You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jessie. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into. Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself. I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
So I think he used to hear Polaris too, but he accepted the hiss so he didn't have to listen to Polaris anymore.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary, before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure. What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
Are Jesse and Dylan the same person?
Maybe Dylan's still in there.
Unclear.
Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please.
Is Jesse Polaris?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place.
Yes, we know this.
I helped you get a job here, so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way, forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game, and it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office.
Also, they wanted to make a terrible musical.
Something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
Hey, Dylan, what's up?
Maybe I can learn more about the hiss from him.
Can we talk?
I just had an interesting dream.
I like the way he floats down.
Shit.
That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change, yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around, until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
For the record, that will never happen. Not as long as I'm alive.
So, if he breaks the fourth wall, I wonder if the fact that he mentioned Jesse and Dylan are spoon fork names, they could be guy or girl. If originally you were going to play as Dylan, the guy, and Jesse was the one you had to save.
Maybe
Or
I'm
like
just
it was
here to
thought
punish
about.
myself.
Any new dreams you'd like to share, Dylan?
I'm glad you asked, sister.
Hey, Dylan.
This dream, like all dreams now, felt very real. Like reality. And reality now feels like a dream. Maybe it's all a dream. Maybe it's all real.
Dream where my brother endlessly tells me about his dreams.
I was in a dark place. And there was a dark man there.
That's racist.
His name was Mr. Door.
Double racist.
And he told me that there are many worlds, side by side, on top of each other, some inside of others. In one world, there was a writer who wrote a story about a cop. In another world, the cop was real.
Another Alan Wake reference.
Door said he himself was in all of them at the same time, endlessly shifting between them.
Also reference to...
I asked him how I could reach these worlds.
That other one.
I wanted to bring the hiss there. But he didn't want to help me.
Max Payne. That's
he
it.
Didn't like the idea. What did he know?
I'm not wild about the idea myself.
Ah, Cthulhu. We came up with Max Payne at the same time. Yeah. Max Payne is a universe that exists in Alan Wake, and Alan Wake is a universe that exists in this game. It's all layered on top of each other.
Once more with feeling.
Let me guess. You want to tell me about your dream?
Yes. Yes. In fact, I'm having a dream right now.
Ew.
Oh. That's new.
In this dream, I'm standing in the corner watching Jesse and Dylan talk about this very dream. This very dream! He said just now! And repeated it again now! I'm standing there and watching, and that's all I can do. It's as if I'm trapped there. And that's all I have to say about that dream.
Okay, Dylan. That's good.
Is he still in there? Or is this the hiss playing mind games?
I really like the fluid way he floats. When you talk to him and he floats down. Alright, so again, next time I'm going to start with the fridge, and then... Oh.
And she brought him here? She's gonna get us all killed.
What if she's working with the hiss? Isn't it strange she showed up just when they did?
Hey, what if I killed you all? Huh? How about I fire your asses? For insubordination. What do you think of that? Anyway, so tomorrow I will have to, I think the order of events are, I'm going to do the fridge because I feel bad for Fridge Man. I'm going to get the suit I want because I have access to level 6 now. And then after that, probably going to do the mold, and that will probably take an hour. All that, because the mold is a serious problem. Serious problem. And I didn't get any more upgrade materials. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna turn this off now.